Okay, hi everyone. Well, we're doing an example from 802 today, and we'll be looking at question 5. The reason I chose this question is because I thought it's a little bit different, and I think you might struggle with some of the concepts here. So let's have a look at it and let me know what you think at the end. All right, so Tula is planning, again, let's just get in the habit of highlighting. It's exam techniques. Tula is planning a bushwalk starting at A and finishing at D. So I know what she wants to do. Okay, what's the first question? Describe the shortest route from A to D. So here we have to write the route from A to D. So if I go A, and then I have two options. I can go A, B, or AF, right? So AF is 6 and AB is 7. Logically, you would choose here, obviously, the shorter distance, right? Because it asks for the shorter distance. But let's just go with that because that's what you would logically do, right? So I'm just going to highlight here on the diagram what I'm going to do. Okay. All right. So logically, you would choose A to F because 7 is more. And then you got the option of going 5 or 8. So I'm going to choose 5. And then you got the option of going 6 or 4. I'm going to choose 4. So there's my route. So it's going to be A to F to C to D. Correct? So it's 6 plus 5 plus 4. Okay? Which is going to give me 9 plus 6, which is exactly 15. All right. Now, if I stop there and I check my answers, I'm going to see that the answer is different. And the reason being is sometimes following guidelines from the textbook is good, but it's also good to, a little bit of common sense. Because if I go back, let me just rub that root out, okay? If I go back and I just choose a different color, and I'm going to choose a different route, okay? I'll show you the different route. A to B is 7, 7 plus 3, which will take me to C, and then obviously I want to get to D, so there it is. So let's add that up. So that's going to be A to B to C to D, right? Now, if you look at that and you say, okay, well, what's that going to be? 7 plus 3, which is 10, plus 4, which is 14. It's shorter. How come? The textbook said to choose from the beginning, which route is shorter from the first bit. And I did that and I got the wrong answer. So what is the moral of this story? The moral is basically make sure you check everything a textbook tells you. And also, sometimes there are exceptions to rules, and this is one of them. Okay, all right, let's do the next part, B. At an average speed of 4.5 kilometers per hour, how long would it take Tula to walk the shortest route from A to D? Now, I taught you this before, and I said to you, when you see a question like that, make sure you remember it's this type of question. And we applied it to other concepts, if you remember, in class as well, not just distance, speed, and time. Go back to your 11 textbook and see where else I've done the diagram. There are other occasions where I've done this diagram to help me work out things like this. So now remember, distance has units of kilometers, meters, centimeters. Time is usually hours or minutes. Okay, and speed is usually what? 2 units compared together, like 4.5 kilometers per hour. How do I know it's a speed? Because it's a rate. Remember what rates were? There are basically 2 units compared. All right, so now I've got my distance, which is I got from the past question, because at an average speed, how long? Let's highlight how long will it take Tula to walk the shortest distance. So how long they're after? Time. Okay, that's how I know what I'm after. So I'm after time. So if my answer is not in hours or minutes, I'm wrong. Okay, so I've got distance from the previous question, which is my 15, or rather 14 kilometers. I've got my speed, which is 4.5 kilometers per hour. Let's stick to that. How do I go? Remember what I said? You hide what you need. So I'm going to rub it out because I can't really hide it here. I'm going to hide that. Okay. Oops, it's all gone. Let's put it back in. Okay, so I'm going to hide that, and that tells me I need to divide distance with speed. So to get my time, there's my formula. Distance divided by speed. Okay, now I need to do 14 divided by 4.5. Okay, so I did it on the calculator and I got 3.111, which is not very helpful because it's time, right? Now, if you press the degrees button on your calculator, which looks like this, if you press that button, it will show this, which basically means 3 hours, 6 minutes and 40 seconds. Now, I'm happy with just rounding 3 hours and 7 minutes. And the reason for that, and I'll put that in the box so I can show the marker I know. The reason for that is I rounded up. So if you have 30 or more here, this goes up by 1, okay? I wouldn't leave it as 3 hours and 6 minutes and 40 seconds. I mean, you can write it down, but show that you can do rounding, okay? Thanks for watching.